This week's Parsha is Parshat Vaetchanan, and in it we have a flashback to the Pesach story. We read the phrase Va'amata levincha avadim ayinu leparo b'Mitzrayim v'hotzienu Hashem biyad chazakah. And you will say to your son that we were slaves to Pharaoh in Egypt, and the Almighty took us out with a mighty hand. We are today still living in seriously unusual times, with freedom of movement, travel restrictions on our daily lives, albeit somewhat easier than before, but potentially coming back. And it certainly gives one pause for thought to think, what will our children tell our grandchildren about how we acted in these hyper unusual times? We are reminded of the phrase in the prophet Isaiah, "And I shall have heard the word of the Lord. Whom shall I send, and who will go for us?" Touch of Ghostbusters. Who are you going to call when you need something done? And the answer, he says, is Hineni, Shechiani. Here I am. Send me. So at this time when many people are still suffering restrictions, we are, or should be, particularly conscious. If we don't hear the voice of the Almighty, and not all of us are fortunate enough to do so, we certainly hear the voice of those in need. I'm standing today outside a community centre for senior citizens, which has obviously not been as active as it has been in the past due to the restrictions. And there are plenty of things that we can all be doing, whether it's delivering food packages to those stuck at home, whether it's making a simple phone call to check someone's okay, whether it's finding someone a job who's lost their job because of the crisis. We can all hear their voices loud and clear. And our obligation is to try and answer them, so that at least when our children tell their grandchildren, there were momentous times, but I remember my parents or my grandparents doing things, putting themselves out to help others. Shabbat Shalom.